Now we've got our jars here, and you said that you have to wash them, make sure they're very clean, and then you have to sterilize them. So what did you do to do that?
I put them in the oven on a low heat.
Low heat.
And that keeps them sterilized.
Okay.
You don't want to have it real high. Warm, this one says 150 degrees.
That's plenty?
That's plenty. No germs going to live.
No, not at
in that.
150.
Now when you're canning, you want to can to this ring right here.
On the jar, you're going to see right underneath the threads, there's a ring that goes around right there. So that's the fill line.
That's the fill line. It is the manufacturer's recommendation that it allows the best sealing. They have to have supposedly a 1/2 inch head space.
1/2 inch of air on the top of whatever you're sealing.
And if you're going to enter something in the fair, the county agents really.
It's got to be right there.
It's got to be right there.
Okay.
The manufacturer does not recommend that you ever boil the lids.
Okay.
I don't know why. When I was growing up, we boiled them all the time. But I think really they used a little bit thicker rubber rim.
So the sealant on there might be a little thinner, and if you boil it, it might get too soft. If you're trying to save a few dollars, can you reuse the bands and the lids?
You may always reuse the bands.
Okay.
When you
So you can reuse these.
you can reuse these. You cannot reuse the flats.
Okay. All right. Now, what are you doing here with the paper towel?
I am cleaning the rim of the jar.
All right.
This
Why do you do that?
This helps the seal get better with the flats. Also, it helps you. You notice I'm using a paper towel. I like to use something thin. If there is a little nick, you can feel it with your fingers.
So it's really important to get that flat lid sealed really well on that top lip of that jar.
Yes.
And so if there's anything in the way, a little piece of whatever you're canning or a little nick or chip in the lid of the jar, or I'm sorry, the edge of the jar, that'll keep it from sealing.
Yes.
All right. Now, how tight do you put the rings on?
You don't over tighten. Never over tighten.
Okay.
That is one of the worst things you can do. That will actually make the seal not connect good.
Ah.
So this is a little warm. So I can't grip it good either.
So just tighten it down just snug.
Yeah, let you feel.
Okay. Yeah, just until it stops, and then
A little bit more.
just a little, I mean, that's maybe 1/4 of an inch more. Okay. Yeah, this is what I want to know, how to drive one of these. All right. Now,
I double use my water.
okay. How much water do you want in here?
You want to cover the basket good. I like about, 3/4 of an inch of water.
3/4 of an inch of water, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this basket out.
Yes, please.
There's a little basket in here that the jars sit on. And, 3/4 of an inch of water above the basket.
You put too much water in and it'll take longer to can because it can't build the pressure up as quickly.
Ah, right.
Now, do you want to put them in with the tongs or shall I?
Yeah, I kinda like that.
I thought you might.
Okay. No,
Now,
all right.
you've spaced them very nicely. I like that.
Now, is it important to make sure that the jars don't touch each other?
No, actually, they can touch, and if we had a full can, they would touch.
All right.
And it won't hurt anything.
Okay.
You don't bang them around. You don't force them down. Sometimes I'll think, one more jar. If I can just get one more jar in here. And you push and you push and you hear crack. So you don't ever force it. If it won't go,
If it won't go,
leave
it goes in the next round.
That's right.
All right.
Now we'll take the lid,
Take the lid.
just like your other one.
And which way? Is this a right hand or a left hander twist on that?
This is,
Okay.
you do. Now you'll open this up to begin with, and when you see steam coming out of this,
All right.
then you close it down. It's ready to
All
come
right.
up.
I'm going to turn that to make sure we can see it. This is the valve which determines the amount of pressure,
Yes.
and this is the gauge that tells you how much is in there. So, and this actually says on top, open, turn this way. So you open it up, and you allow this to develop a lot of steam inside.
Yes.
And then you start, when steam comes out of here,
And a good
You
steam of
good steam, so it's not just a
good
little puff
stream
here
of
and
it.
there.
Yeah, no, you want
Then
good
you
stream.
slowly start turning that down.
Just close it off.
Oh, close it off. Until you get the pressure you want?
Well, you close it off, and then all of a sudden, the gauge needle will rise.
Uh-huh.
Now, once you get it up, most books will tell you for 10 pounds, you want to cook it at 11 pounds,
All right.
especially for our altitude.
Okay, so altitude's important.
Altitude is important. And and a lot of times, if you put it on a medium temperature, it's too low, and you go up a notch or two, it's too high. That's where this valve comes in handy. You
So
can
you can
adjust
fine
it.
tune it.
Yes.
Very nice.
To make
Very
it
nice.
just the right pressure.
Okay. Now, when I first heard about canning, I was really apprehensive about blowing up my kitchen. And I know a lot of folks have heard stories about blowing up a pressure cooker.
Oh, yes.
What are some safety things, and how do you put people's mind at ease or tell them how to do it to keep from blowing their kitchen up?
It's very simple. You never leave a pressure cooker alone more than 5 minutes.
All right.
If I'm in the kitchen and
5
I'm
minutes.
canning and I get a phone call, I set my timer for 5 minutes.
Right.
And I go answer the phone, and when it goes off, I say, "Oh, excuse me.
Gotta
I
come
have to
check
go-
it.
Gotta come to the kitchen."
All right. So when you first start it, like we had talked about, right now I see that it's on high.
It is on high.
When you first start it, before you get it set, you really kind of want to babysit it the whole time, right?
Yes.
Just to make sure it doesn't go too hot too fast and,
Yes.
and cause a problem. All right. We're good.
See, now we've got this steam coming
Starting
out,
to get some steam out.
and that's a good one. You can go ahead and close it
It's,
off.
it's ready?
It's ready.
All right, yeah, I can see there's little valves there, and it's coming out of both of them. So we know that we've got good steam. So I'm just going to turn the knot. Ooh, it's starting to whistle.
See, now next thing you know, this thing will pop up right there
Okay,
because the pressure is building up.
the pressure's building up, and here we go.
There it is.
Does it pop all the way up, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay,
That is all the way up for it.
all right.
And then the gauge will slowly come up.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Now it's
So
sealed.
you know your pressure's on, and you never, 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 never open the lid when this little valve's up.
Ah, that's a good way to get burnt.
Not only burnt, I had some tomato juice one time and wasn't paying attention, and I opened it too quickly. The jars broke. I had tomato juice on the cabinets, on the floor,
no.
on me. It was, oh.
Yeah, boiling hot tomato juice is not something you want to have on
No,
your on
no.
you. So
Not at
right.
all. So it's.
So
with
now we
everything else.
just babysit this until it gets to the pressure we want.
Right, till it gets up to 5 pounds
All right.
of pressure.
We're getting close to 5. What do
We're
we do?
right there.
What do we do? What do we do?
We slightly turn it down. see
Okay,
if
we're
it
going to
keeps
turn it
rising.
down to medium high. That way it doesn't keep coming up really fast and go
Right.
past where we want to be.
Right.
Okay. The pressure got up a little bit high, so all you did is instead of freaking out, you just turn the heat down just a little bit, and then you just open this valve a little to let the pressure drop back to 5,
That's right.
and then you just tighten it down a little bit again.
Yes.
Very simple.
It's simple.
Yeah, see,
Canning
this-
is simple.
This has a lot more control than the other style that
Yes.
doesn't have the gauge. Oh, great. Now, I noticed you just shut that off and you checked your watch.
Yes, it's
So is
ready
that
to come
done?
off. It is ready to come off.
All right. Now, do we just pop that lid open?
No, sir.
No.
There's 2 ways you can do it. One is you can let it sit here until all the pressure goes off.
Right.
Or you can open your valve
Okay.
slightly, not all the way.
So you don't want it to go from 5 pounds to 0
No,
very quickly.
no.
All right.
It will make them break.
Ah, so it'll make the jars break if you
Yes.
if you decompress them too fast.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, this is a lot easier than I thought it would be. So if you push the top of the jar when it's cooled, these aren't cooled. They actually have a little bubble almost sticking up.
They have a little
As
dome.
they cool, it's going to go bink, and it's going to drop down. What she said is, when it's done, touch it. If it goes boom, bing, boom, bing, it's not sealed.
And it's a very easy test, and you can always tell if it's good or not.
Right.
Usually then when you open it, you can really find it's not good.
Yeah.
But
It will tell you and everybody in the room that
Yes.
it didn't seal properly and it's been stored for a long time.
get your good canning book. You can really, really.
Gives you all the safety tips.
Everything,
All right.
everything. Now you can really see the little domes.
Oh yeah. Mary, thank you so much for having us. I
Thank you
really
for
appreciate it.
coming.
Now, you're down at the farmer's market?
Yes, the
Okay.
Warren County Farmers
Warren
Market.
County Farmer's Market, and when is it open?
It's open Wednesday mornings from 6 until 12,
6 to 12 Wednesday?
6 until 12 on Saturday,
6 to 12 on Saturday,
and it's going to be open Friday afternoons from noon until 5.
noon to 5 on Friday. Oh, that's convenient. Stop by after work. Mm-hmm. Great, great. Now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, I understand you do some classes and things?
Yes, they can call me at my home, which is 931-668-4068, and leave
Okay.
a message.
All right. Can you do that one more time? That was a little fast. 931
931-668-4068.
668 4068. So if they want to talk to Mary about canning, you love doing this, happy to
Love it.
help. Happy to help. Well, if you have a great recipe, contact us through our website, yourplatesormine.net. Don't forget, send us an email, and all these great recipes will always be on our website. So if you're interested in the salsa recipe and how to do some canning, check us out or give Mary a call. Mary Cantrell, one more time. You could actually start a game and have canning bingo.
There you go.
You just number them and then you wait and see which ones go first.
That's right.
We're back with Mary Cantrell to finish up homemade salsa and canning it up for some reason.